Well, I did promise it. It's the Madden 23 Losers Tourney for the 2022 NFL season. Of course, I'm sad that teams that were promising, like the Lions and Jets, didn't make it. And I'm more disappointed that my Cardinals and Russell Wilson's Broncos did awful. But on the plus side, the Rams didn't make it either, and Aaron Rodgers is getting some comeuppance for his kind of chaotic attitude last season. So there you have it. So with that being said, here's the tournament. Now notice that most of the teams are on a bye, except for 4 of them. One of them being the Cardinals. Oh, come on. But yeah, with this out of mind, the wildcard matches are the 8th-seeded Colts versus the 9th-seeded Texans, and the 8th-seeded Arizona Cardinals and the 9th-seeded Bears that have the first overall pick. All right, we have the Colts and the Texans first, with Nick Foles under center for the Colts, so that'll be interesting. We have a touchdown right away, 2 touchdowns from the Colts. We have a touchdown from the Texans, 2 of them were tied. Touchdown for the Texans. Another touchdown from the Texans. And a field goal. It's 31-14. 31-21. 34-21. 28 for, okay, 37-28. And a disappointment right there. There you have it. The Houston Texans will disappoint the Colts 37-28. All right, we have Colt McCoy under center, so that could easily decide the outcome of this game. All right, let's see. Cardinals start with 7 points. They start with 14 points. Bears with 3. The Cardinals get 17. This is to show how awful this Bears defense really is. 20-3. Now 20-6. 27-6. And an absolute blowout by the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals would have the biggest victory in this series, 27-6. I guess the Bears have the first overall pick for a reason. All right, after a very quick wildcard round, we get into our final 16. Starting from the bottom is the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, there's not much going on. And look at that, we have our first 3 points of the game made by the New York Jets, followed by the Raiders with 3, the Jets with 10, now 13. It's a 10-point lead for the Jets. The Jets get even more points, 16-3. Now it's 16-10, 24-10, 24-17, 24-24. We're in overtime. And it's the New York Jets who will edge out the Raiders, 27-24. What a crazy game that went down to the wire, and Mike White is at the helm to take their New York Jets to victory. Next, it's the New England Patriots versus the Denver Broncos. All right, let's see. No score up until this point, but the Patriots get 3 points and another 3 points. The Broncos lead by 1. The Patriots lead by 2. Now by 5. The Broncos lead by 3. And now the Broncos lead by 3. Patriots lead by 4. Patriots lead by 11. Broncos are behind and will stay behind. And the game is finished. 33-25. The Broncos made a valiant effort, but it was all for nothing as they lose in Gillette Stadium. Next is the Cleveland Browns versus the team with the biggest collapse, the Tennessee Titans. And starting us off, the Titans already have a touchdown and another touchdown. The Browns have a touchdown now. It's 21-14 now. 21-21, 28-21. The Browns making a comeback after losing by a significant amount. 42-24, 49, 56-24. And what seemed to be a Browns loss turned out to be a huge choke job by the Titans. The Browns win with the biggest score of the series, 56-24. And the last game on the AFC side is the first-seeded Pittsburgh Steelers against the wild card winner, the Houston Texans. All right, let's see what we got here. Not much pointage going on until the Texans have 3 points now. Steelers with 7. Texans now with 10. Steelers with 14. All right, let's see. 21-10. Fourth quarter. Not much points going from the Texans now. 28-10. 28-17. And the game is over as expected. Lovie Smith is still here for some reason, even though he got fired. And as expected, 28-17, the Steelers take it. Next up is the Falcons and the Packers, where the Falcons already have 3 points on the board. Packers with 7, 10 now. The Falcons with 6, Packers with 17. Falcons now with 9, now with 15. Packers with 20. The Falcons with 18, Packers with 27. The Falcons with 25, but won't be enough. While not wiping the floor with them, beat the Falcons by 2 and are moving on. Next is Washington against the Rams at home in the worst freaking stadium known to the NFL. Seriously, there are some stadiums that are ancient, but don't hold a candle to the badness that is Washington's FedEx Field. And if you think I'm spitting crap, nah, the stadium's doing that job for me. We're live here in Washington where the Rams have a field goal right away. Washington scores twice. 14, now it's 14-13, 17-13. The Rams not taking the lead for a long time. The game is being stalled out in a very defensive battle, and it's looking like Washington will take the matchup. Washington beats Los Angeles 17-13. What a kind of embarrassing showing for the Rams, but honestly, that can just easily describe their season. We have now the Panthers versus the Saints in an NFC South bout. And now, here we are. The Panthers with a touchdown. The Saints with a touchdown. The Panthers with another touchdown, followed by 2 more touchdowns. Yeah, this seems to be like, oh, Jesus. 35-7, 42-7, 42-14. And that's where it'll stay. 42-14 victory. Carolina with Sam freaking Darnold goes up and wins it. I guess that's what happens when you rely on Andy Dalton. And the last match of this round is the Arizona Cardinals facing off against Detroit Lions. I am scared because knowing the Cardinals, they don't have a good track record when they're against the Lions, so yeah. Now the Cardinals start us off with 3 points. 6-0. The Lions lead, but I think that's the beginning of the end for the Cardinals right there. 14-16. Yeah. 14-9. Yep, there it is. That seals it. Damn. Yeah, you, Cliff. You. Anyway, yeah, no surprise there. Detroit moves on. All right, there we are. The final 8. We're gonna go in this order. New York versus New England, Pittsburgh versus Cleveland, Green Bay versus Washington, and Carolina versus Detroit. Starting us off is the Jets versus the Patriots. Okay, never mind, because right now, as I'm recording it, it's January 26th, and word just got out that the Panthers hired Frank Reich as their new head coach. The guy who previously got his ass fired halfway through the season from the Colts. Are you kidding me? You know what? We're starting off with the Panthers-Lions because my God. All right, the Lions are up 7-0 right now. The Panthers score 3 points on the board. Make that 6 points. The Lions lead 7-6. Panthers now lead 9-7. The Lions lead by 1 again, 10-9. Now it's 17-9. Panthers with 15. Lions 32-15. And the Detroit Lions beat the Panthers 32-22. All right, and now we can finally get back to the Patriots-Jets game. The Patriots are starting the lead with 3 on the board. 10 on the board. 13-0. 21-0. Mike White's success is looking very minuscule right now. Is this our first blowout game? Yes, it absolutely is! The Patriots are gonna beat the New York Jets in a landslide blowout victory, 21-0. Next on the docket is the Pittsburgh Steelers against their rivals, the Cleveland Browns. The Pittsburgh Steelers start off with a touchdown, followed by a Browns touchdown. All right, come on. Now it's another touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's a lot of turnovers going on. It's now 17-7, now 17-10, now 20-10 Pittsburgh. Now the Browns have 17 points. And the Steelers in a tight race would beat the Cleveland Browns 20-17. A very close match, but the Steelers are finally back in the AFC Championship game. Now it's the Packers visiting Washington. The Packers start us off with 2 touchdowns right now. 4 touchdowns made by the Packers. The Packers get 35 while Washington finally gets a touchdown. 42-7, 45-7, 45-14, 45-21, and the Packers will wipe the Washington Commanders off the board. 45-21. And then there was 4. First is the Packers versus the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions start us off, and then the Packers with now 10 points. Detroit with 14. Green Bay with 13. Detroit with 21. Green Bay with 16. Detroit with 28. Detroit with 31. Green Bay with 23. And the Detroit Lions will be in the freaking Super Bowl for the first time in, I think, ever. Now, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. The Steelers on their first drive get 7 points on the board. Same for the Patriots. They're going back and forth, but the Patriots and Steelers finally score again. 14-10. The Patriots with 13 now. 21 points on the board now. And the Patriots will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 21-14. Here we finally are. The Super Bowl for the losers tournament. It's the Detroit Lions against the New England Patriots. Patriots start us off with 7. And now with 10 on the board. Detroit scores twice. 6. It's now tied 13-13, 16-13, 20-13, 23-20, 23-23. Detroit will win the Super Bowl, the first ever for franchise history. The winners of the Madden Losers Tournament is the Detroit Lions. What a ride it has been. Detroit will win in Arizona and will take home the Lombardi Trophy. Now, we're going to wait a little bit to see who is the MVP of this game. And my God, it's quite the journey for Lions fans who finally get the love they deserve after so many years of turmoil. And it's Jared Goff who gets to be MVP of the game. What a wonderful match and a great episode of this Madden series. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.